everyone, we've got a massive unboxing here. Today we've got a Japan Airlines A350-1000. So it's the larger variant of the A350. I think this is going to be quite an exciting model to unbox. We're going to have lots of fun. It's going to be quite a large model, but I think often larger models are more impressive. So here's the box. We've got it's quite a nice box actually. We've got the Japan Airlines logo, and yeah, we've got lots of nice details on there. On this side, you can quite clearly see we've got the model. It shows us what model we've got as well. So we've got the O2 registration or the O1 registration, and the one with flaps down as well. But this one's just the O1 registration with flaps normal. So there we go. And if I turn the model around, you can see the other side. Oh, the box. There we go. So there you can see this is a more sort of dark colour. I think it's sort of grey or black really, and then you can see the airplane there, and then the type there, and then finally on the other side you can see this is what we've got, and got the airplane. We've got a bird's eye view of it. We've got the spec details down there. So if I zoom in, you can see the specifications of the plane in real size. So it's 73 meters long, and so on. And that is the box. So I think we should get a start with unboxing this. So I'm going to try and take it out the box slowly. Okay, yeah, there we go. So here it comes. Right, so that's the box, or the sleeve taken off the box. I'm going to put that away because it's quite big and otherwise it will get in the way. But if I now put this, how does it open actually? So, oh, I think it opens this way, yeah. So I'll turn it, wait, does it? Oh no, it does. I think it does open this way actually. So if I, yeah, it does. So this comes out and then we can lift the whole lid off like that. There we go. And yeah, so it's quite a big box. We've got this foam protection material here, which is really good. And if I take this off, we should be able to see the exciting model underneath it. So there we go. Wow, look at that. So that's a decent size for a model. It's pretty big. That's the A350-1000. So it's some of the new airplanes that Japan Airlines are receiving. They're slowly replacing their aging Boeing 777 fleet. So this is really the future of the airline. So if I take these little protective film pieces off, we can have a look at the model. And okay, yeah, so that's nice. They've wrapped these around, so I can hopefully use that to lift it out in a second. First, let's look at the stand and the gear. So here's the stand. So it's got really nice detail on the actual stand there. You can see it's got the same colour palette as the airline, and we've got the logo there, and the type and the scale as well, which is really, really good to see. So there's that. I'll just pop that to the side. And then here we've got the landing gears as well. So the landing gears are a bit big, obviously, because it's a big plane. And we've got the two main sets and the nose landing gear there as well. And inside as well, we have the covers as well for if we want to keep the landing gears shut. But I'm going to deploy my landing gears, so we won't be using this, I guess. Yeah, so this will have to go back in there. I'll just keep it in here and then we won't lose it. So now we'll take out the actual model, and this is going to be difficult because I've not got infinite space on the desk. So I think what I'll do is I'll take the model out and I will remove the box as I do it. So I will oh, there we go, right, okay. Okay, there we go, that's the model removed, so actually these film pieces can stay in the box, can't they? Right. So let's get rid of this massive box. So I think what I'll do to save space, and so I don't damage anything, I'm going to put it on the stand. So there we are. So there we go, and that is our A350-1000. So let's start the proper model review. We'll look at the airplane, starting near the front. So I'll just zoom in so we can get the best view possible. And then, so starting at the front, one really nice feature about the A350 is that the cockpit windows are sort of encapsulated within this sort of black piece. I don't know what you call it. It's sort of like panda eyes, but obviously for the cockpit. And then really nice bit of detail at the front there. You might just be able to see the cockpit windshield wipers for when it's raining. So that's a good level of detail. And then we've got some pitot tubes here and sensors and antennas there printed on. And if we move along, we can see the first door. So we've got lots of nice markings on the door, including this the tiny window. And we also have the One World Airline Alliance logo there as well, which is a really nice detail to see on the model. I can't tell if that's dust on there. Yeah, I think it is. What is it? Oh well. So then if we move along, you can see the windows. So on the A350, the windows tend to be more round and oval shaped compared to other models, right? So we can see a lot of them going along, and as we move along, we can see we've got the Japan Airlines logo there printed in a nice bold typeface, and that was nearly the camera falling over. Right, let's keep that steady. So there's that. And we can clearly see the second door there, the One World Alliance logo there again as well, and the Japanese flag. So if we move along towards just over the wing, we can see the third door there. So over here it's sort of more repetitive of what we've already seen, but towards the back of the plane, we can see that we've got the rearmost cabin and the fourth exit door as well. And something I've noticed, which maybe one of you will have to check when we watch this video, but is it just me, or are these windows here over the wing slightly further apart than the windows over here? I don't know, either one set of windows beside this third door seem bigger or more further apart. So these ones, to me, seem a bit bigger or further apart than these ones, as if these ones seem smaller. I can't really tell. It could just be me, and I'm looking at it in poor lighting, but yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, so moving on. At the back of the plane, we've got some very nice details again. So we've got the normal "We support UNICEF" marking for all Japan Airlines aircraft, and then we've got the registrations. So we've got JA01WJ, and then just about there, you might be able to see it. It says Airbus A350-1000. So that is the aircraft type, which they also have printed on all their aircrafts as well. Okay, and now moving to the very back of the plane, we'll have a look at the vertical stabilizer. So here we can see the Japan Airlines logo on the tail there. So it's very nicely printed on there, very elegant. Always a nice feature to see. And so there's that. And if we then turn our attention to the back of the plane, so right there, you can see the APU exhaust as well. And then if we move to the other side of the plane now, most of it's going to be the same, but we'll have a look anyway. So we can see the tail there once again with the logo on it, which is really good. And then as we move back along the aircraft, we can see the registration. It does have a Airbus A350-1000 there as well, but it's quite difficult to see there. It says we support UNICEF, and then we've got all the windows. And okay, I swear the windows are slightly different. Like, they seem either bigger or closer together here than they do over here. And yeah, I swear they look different. I don't know if it's a print issue on the model or if it's an actual feature of the A350. But I don't know if you get what I mean, or if you see what I mean. They just seem different, the windows. But yeah, maybe you can cast your opinions in the comments on whether I'm going insane or if there is a noticeable difference there. But anyway, moving on with the review, we have the third exit door here on the right, and then more windows. Moving back up to the top, we have the Japan Airlines logo. We have the Japanese flag there again as well, and then we have the doors once again, but this time the doors don't have the One World Airline Alliance logo because the passengers board from the left, not this side, the right, and so yeah, we don't really have them on this side. And then if we move around to the very front, so we can see the cockpit, we can see the lovely nose section of the plane, and we can see the cockpit windows in good detail as well. And then one thing that's really nice is we can see the emergency escape door for the pilots there as well at the very top. Okay, so that's the main fuselage bit of the review done. Now we can have a look at the wings. So we'll start with the top of the wings, and then we'll look at the engines. So one thing I noticed, right, was if I angle it like this, now this time I think I'm not making it up. I'm being very, very picky here, but do you see on these black lines, there is this dark red dot just there. Right, I think you can see that. And then there's another dark red dot there. I'm not sure if this is intended, but it seems to me that the dark red dot here is not in symmetry to the one here, as in this one seems closer to the edge of this black line than this red dot seems, or seems further from the edge of this black stripe on the wing. So yeah, that's it could be a slight discrepancy. Maybe you'll have to make your minds up on it, but yeah, that's something I noticed. So if we focus our attention down the rest of the wing, we can see that along the wing, I think you can just about see it. We've got the metal engravings for where the flaps are, and then we've got these pointy bits to control the flaps and the actuators. We've got a bit of text there as well, so I'm not actually sure what that says. It's a bit small. Let's zoom in. It seems to say a little bit more than no step, right? Let me have a close look, hang on. Oh yeah, so instead of saying no step, this bit of text there says do not walk outside this area. So a bit more of a sentence, but there we go. It's very hard to see because it's so small on the model, but it's just about possible to read if you really look at it up close. And then moving on, we have the registration there and the red circle, as is characteristic on many Japanese airplanes. And then if we move to the very end of the wing, we can see one of the most defining characteristics of the Airbus 350. So let me just move ourselves over there. So now we can see the winglet of the wing. So you can see it flicks up at a very nice sort of smooth curved angle like that. you probably get a better view if I turn it around actually. So if I do that, and then there we go. So now you can see the winglet there. And one cool design feature is that you can see how the colour, the red, smoothly transitions into the white, or at least it's supposed to. Maybe on the model it doesn't quite as well, but yeah, there is supposed to be a smooth transition from the red to the white of the wing. I think it looks really good actually. I think they've made a splendid design choice with these winglets. So like a lot of airlines, right, when they are purchasing the A350, they've had to. Some airlines have put designs on the winglets because not all airplanes have winglets like this. So it's up to the airlines how they want to design them. But I think Japan Airlines have done quite a good job with that. So I think it looks really nice. But yeah, if we now turn our attention to the engines, so let me just turn the model around here. So here is one of the engines, and so they're very large engines, and then we can see some markings on there, and then we can also see these two little bits there to help the aerodynamic performance. I can't remember what they do, but someone will know if you want to write it in the comments, because I keep forgetting. But I think it's to do with the airflow with the engine over the wing. But yeah, we've got those two metal bits, which is really nice. And then if we move around to the front, we can actually see. I'm just going to point the camera back up. So we can actually see that the engine turbine rotates. Well, it should do, yeah, there we go. Which is another really nice feature of this model, right? Because, typically you don't really sort of blow air into these, but if you were to, you might find there's a little bit of rotation in the blades, which is I think a really nice detail just to put in the model, right? Because even when it's on display, it's not something you're going to see very much, but the fact that they've put this detail in, I think, goes to show their attention to detail, and it's a really nice thing to have on the model. And then on the wing, we can see on the leading edge, we've got the shiny surface for the slats, and then we've got the main headlights as well, so they can see in the dark. Okay, so that's the wings done. If we have a look at the bottom of the airplane, so I'm just going to turn it around. And so here we've just got lots of details as well. We can see some more markings on the engine there, right? Things that we didn't see from the top, but that's there. And then we have the registration there as well. And then we can clearly see the flap engravings in the metal there as well. If we move to the front of the fuselage, you can see loads and loads of more markings, some doors as well, so I think that might be a cargo door there. And if we move down to the middle, we can see that they've got this little gemstone. I think that's the flashing beacon light that they're gonna, use, especially so the plane can be seen in the dark. And moving towards the back, you can see here we've got the oops, focus, there we go. That's another cargo door there as well. So plenty of markings in full detail, which is really good to see. They've got lots of little bits that I don't even know what they are, so I don't know what that is, or that little rectangle there, but there we go. And then at the bottom here, you can see, yeah, I don't know what that marking is either. Okay, so I think what we'll do now is I will carefully, yeah, I can do this without crushing anything, crushing any antenna, but if I carefully place it upside down like this, we can now attach the landing gears. So let me unpackage these and then we'll put them on the model. Right, so there we go. Here is the landing gears. I think this one goes like that over here. Yep. This one goes like that. There we go. And then this one's a special one. It's the nose landing gear. Yeah, there we go. This one has the registration, the short registration, and it's got a bit of red marking on it as well, which is nice. And I think the red says something, or it's got a little. There's a little bit of white in the red. I don't know what it's for. It's on the other side there as well, so it's probably not a scratch or a misprint. But it's too small to really see what that says. That little white bit in the red there. But yeah, that's the nose landing gear. Let's pop that in the model. And there we go. And now that's the model complete. So I can carefully lift the model back up, flip it around, and then place it on the table, and then ta-da, look at that. So that is the Airbus A350-1000. Absolutely magnificent model, that is. Really, really nice. And again, I think one really nice feature of the Airbus 350 is that, if I zoom in, you can see that, I don't actually know why this is, but the shape of the wing sort of continues into the fuselage, so you can just about see there's a little, it sort of cuts in there, and it sort of goes, that surface under the fuselage there is flush with the wing, so you can just about see it like that. You can see these surfaces go flush with the wing. So I'm not actually sure what that is. Maybe it helps aerodynamicity. But yeah, it's a really, I think it looks really nice. So yeah, there's lots of really elegant aesthetic features to the Airbus 350. And I think it's got to be one of the favourite aircraft types for me. Okay, and finally, I think we'll pop this back on the stand and the review is done. But massive thanks for watching this video. Hopefully, it's been interesting, and hopefully it can inform your choice as to whether or not to buy these models. I personally recommend it. They can be a little bit costly sometimes, and they're not the cheapest things, but if you really are a fan of model airplanes, I think it's a real treat to have these in your collection. And I can only recommend that, if you like them, collect your favourite models, and these die-cast ones are of supreme quality, as we've just seen. And yeah, I think I'm very happy with this model. So there we go. Hopefully you found this interesting and enjoyed the video. If you have any moments to spare, please do check out other videos on my channel where we're looking at lots of other different models. But hope you've enjoyed this model review. Thank you so much for watching, and please do consider liking and subscribing as well. Okay, happy model collecting, guys. Bye bye.